happy like 10 million subscribers to you guys, because thanks to your theory on Cassie's dark secret, you just make my job a lot harder to cover the story. Not to be mean or anything, I support you guys, but why the frick would you do it? I'm calm now. So happy 10 million subscribers to Game Tuned, and now we got a theory of what happened to Cassie. So, change the script. Now, let's resume our story. We left off at FNAF 5, where apparently, guess what? Michael Afton apparently found Henry, which working together, they opened up the newest Five Nights at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. Only this time, it had high quality pizza. So apparently, it attracted not only customers, but rogue animatronics. The first one, as you can see here, is Baby. Now then, because I still don't know what salvage means, I'm gonna take a theory that by salvaging the animatronics, they use them for entertainment. So get ready to see the scrap animatronics on stage. Michael Afton starts working his butt off to pay for all the supplies he would need for his pizzeria. Right now it's just a wooden shack. But the harder Michael Afton works, the more it'll become easier to just simply open the restaurant. Little did Michael Afton know while he was doing that, apparently Scrapchap still had his old car, so he took it and vamooshed out to the streets, where pretty soon he just decided to just walk out the streets into the forest. Did not see that one coming. Okay, there you go. Complete the timeline for me, it's very important. Scrapchap found the old pizzeria and tries to get in the old-fashioned way, but apparently the company was too dumb to even realize that was an animatronic trying to break in. So with no hope, Scrapchap apparently decides to just drive back to his old home, where he was. Apparently, my theory was the person on the couch was basically a hallucination, or something like that. He apparently found out that Michael Afton basically broke out of his home and just decided to go after him. Meanwhile, Michael Afton's just working his butt off again, working in his new daytime security system, like security guard. Little did he know, more and more animatronics started coming in. Turn off that. And more animatronics started coming in. Guess what? Scrapchap apparently finally found himself inside the pizzeria by the dumpster bin. Scrap Baby even come. Until eventually,
before you is an animatronic found in the back alley. We are unsure of its origins. It is your job to complete the maintenance checklist before claiming it as salvage. Or, if you choose to, you can throw it back into the alley where you found it and forfeit payment. Please make your choice now.
Don't forget Saturday. You want them all.
And because of that, apparently Saturday would be the last day, before Michael Afton gets paid. So apparently, because they have to bring the animatronics in one place, they had an idea to do something. So eventually, one day, the creative puppet decided to tell Michael Afton a story. I don't remember if I told you this, but just in case, let me tell you. Here's a recap, because I don't remember the last one. So the puppet eventually used to look different, with green eyes and all that. They would play with the kids all the time. Till eventually one day, when this kid, Charlie Brown, decided to show up, and he was gender swap. The day all the kids were racist to the color green. Because apparently Charlie Brown was wearing green because she was the only one who could afford an Xbox. So, because of that, the kids decided to just dump her out the window. Apparently William Afton found him and her and decided to let her in, but accidentally gave Charlie Brown the stare of death, and then, bam, cried to death. What the frick, man? What had to give if Charlie Brown is dead? And today was Saturday, the final day. Their plan was put to action. They will all bring all the animatronics into one place and be done.
You played right into our hands. Did you really think that this job just fell out of the sky for you? No. This was a gift for us. You gathered them all together in one place, just like he asked you to. All of those little souls in one place, just for us. A gift. Now we can do what we were created to do and be complete. I will make you proud, Daddy. Watch, listen, and be full.
Connection terminated. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Elizabeth, if you still even remember that name, but I'm afraid you've been misinformed. You are not here to receive a gift, nor have you been called here by the individual you assume, although you have indeed been called. You have all been called here, into a labyrinth of sounds and smells, misdirection, and misfortune. A labyrinth with no exit, a maze with no prize. You don't even realize that you are trapped. Your lust for blood has driven you in endless circles, chasing the cries of children in some unseen chamber, always seeming so near, yet somehow out of reach. But you will never find them. None of you will. This is where your story ends. And to you, my brave volunteer, who somehow found this job listing not intended for you. Although there was a way out planned for you, I have a feeling that's not what you want. I have a feeling that you are right where you want to be. I am remaining as well. I am nearby. This place will not be remembered, and the memory of everything that started this can finally begin to fade away, as the agony of every tragedy should. And to you monsters trapped in the corridors, be still and give up your spirits. They don't belong to you. For most of you, I believe there is peace and perhaps more waiting for you after the smoke clears. Although for one of you, the darkest pit of hell has opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, friend. My daughter, if you can hear me, I knew you would return as well. It's in your nature to protect the innocent. I'm sorry that on that day, the day you were shut out, and left to die. No one was there to lift you up into their arms, the way you lifted others into yours. And then, what became of you? I should have known you wouldn't be content to disappear. Not my daughter. I couldn't save you then, so let me save you now. It's time to rest, for you, and for those you have carried in your arms. This ends, for all of us, in communication.
So apparently they had to burn down the restaurant and remove every trace of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza and the Afton family, including themselves. Michael Afton and Henry died in the fire. That meant their mission was now complete. Hold up, what are you doing? Scott, get over here! Get over here, Scott! Take this, Scott! Get rid of the credits. That's not the end of the story. You might be confused on why I'm saying this. Just because everyone died. Well then, you guys aren't a true FNAF fan. So get out of here. Because our story resumes in hell. Where William Afton is now trapped in Ultimate Custom Night. A night that's supposedly supposed to have every characters, but they skip some. Some of the best characters not even memorable. I get it because there's like a bunch of characters in FNAF. Come on, you couldn't just make room for them? Seriously? What, is Fazbear Entertainment so cheap that they couldn't afford all the characters at once? Anyways. So yeah, William Afton's now trapped in hell. So, apparently, yeah. Yeah, he has no way of getting out. This is all the work of Cassie, who is tormenting William for all his life, making all his creations, including himself, torment him. He needs to feel the pain that he had gave to the other kids and the animatronics. And if trapping him in Ultimate Custom Night, a game with infinite nights, weren't enough, then how about VR? Yes, my theory of VR is that this is another hellscape for William Afton, where apparently he is supposedly trapped in hell forever. And once again, he's trying his best to get out. Cassie thought he couldn't allow that, so she built a 3D model. Oh, one that's extra realistic and etc. But William Afton was an old man, so he never ever heard of VR, and that caused him to just simply go crazy trying to complete this night. Seeing all the classic animatronics, Nick's using what he can to get rid of them. Oh boy. Even in Fazbear's Fright, where apparently William Afton's having to deal with himself again, running the risk of fixing animatronics and getting himself killed in the process, and having to deal with new textures of light, a color that trips his eyes, is a lot. Not to mention how some of the challenges actually some of the worlds actually have this texture. So this makes it a lot more difficult. Till eventually, Cassie went overboard, not realizing what she has done, and decided to let William Afton feel the pain that the others have. Only took it too far. where we get to see how William Afton lured those kids. From the broken animatronics to William Afton himself. Glitch trap. William Afton had an idea, but he couldn't let Cassidy know. Little did he know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fazbear Entertainment would like you to put your hands together for the one, the only,
Apparently Cassidy could think ahead of William. And turn William into what William turned Alex into. A robot. The speaker goes on to telling William Afton that these were all tall tales. Cassidy created that replica, that voice from FNAF 6. Trying to fool William into thinking that this was all real, and that that people think that these are all tall tales from Fazbear Entertainment. So, because of that, William had the next idea. He roasted Cassidy, and Cassidy got so angry that she accidentally showed herself and William the truth about their world. Which brings us to FNAF AR, a tutorial. A game which is also a hellscape. Or is it? Now that they both realize that that's all their world was, a game. Cassie got so angry, realizing to herself that all she was doing was being a character in the game. She lost control. Which brings us to this game. Yay! No, seriously, yay! I never played this game, but I gotta admit, it's gotta be a cool game. Now that Cassie has lost full control, William Afton's got the upper hand, and decided to practice a little bit. While doing that, creates a little virus for someone who goes by the name Vanessa. And the Crying Child, a theory made by Game Tunes. Because this game, you might all know.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Hang on.
Fazbear Entertainment would like you to put your hands together for the one, the only, Freddy Fazbear.
Security breach. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why there's no sound. Don't ask why. But it's nice to just hear everything without all the... Actually, this is a pretty nice sound effect too. Security breach. Because while while the Afton family died, Andrew, the Crying Child, was being reborn. A theory by Game Tunes. Because I believe this is canon. Gregory apparently is a robotic version of the Crying Child. And little did he know, he was on a loophole. Where Vanessa is basically capturing him again, wiping his memory, opening it over and over and over. allowing Gregory to see the truth. But not until the game is complete. And meanwhile, with the band performing upstage for the crowd, new members, and the returns of Chica and Freddy, basically, apparently, the soul of Michael Afton was coming to Freddy Fazbear. That was the day one day the loophole went wrong.
Showtime already? I am experiencing a malfunction. The recharge cycle is not complete.
Shh! Will you shut up?
Freddy warns Gregory to get out there because apparently his stomach hatch was not a safe place. We could tell, thanks to some kind of ruined sequel. Anyways, as soon as he hops out, Freddy doesn't recognize him on the guest list. And then pretty soon, Gregory had to get out of there before 6 a.m. I meant 12 a.m. Sorry, typo. Anyways. Yeah. Pretty much Gregory starts walking through the vents, but along the vents, he decided to just be a little sneaker and check on Roxy, Chica, and Monty. Look at that. I'm pretty sure if someone had a crush on your Chica or Roxy, then oh boy, they're in a world of trouble. So now Gregory and Freddy are looking for ways to free the others from Vanessa or Vanny's control. Oh. Hiding in places, playing arcade games. Freddy making excuses that he's fat or pregnant. Till eventually, throughout this long-awaited game, we finally make it to a place where we all know. Because apparently, I watched Super Mike Horror, and he had a theory that FNAF Security Breach 2 was based off the good Vanny ending, where unlike this one I'm showing you right now, Vanny gets saved, and Gregory takes a piece of Freddy with him, his head. Though unfortunately, I think both endings are connected, where unlike the player, Gregory unlocks two endings himself. One where apparently he discovers that the Pixaplex is built on top of Five Nights at Freddy's 6. Or one if you can count this ending. I'll show you. See this? What other office in FNAF do you think has both doors on the side? Gregory shuts down the door and works on his mini night shift. I don't know if FNAF 6 was actually another model place, but hey, my theory, all the restaurants except for FNAF 4 were apparently rebuilds of FNAF 1. So every pizzeria that is built has all been on the same spot as FNAF 1. But apparently Gregory managed to beat Burn Trap or Withered Spring Trap, and just, yeah. This scene always makes me think to myself, it's really sad to see what was once made for kids' entertainment now just turn into a murderer. like Terminator. This is where apparently they tried to escape, but they end up getting cornered in Phaser Blaster. And Gregory decides to free Vanessa while she was underneath the control of Springtrap. And completes. Freddy now leaves as secretly the building is burning up behind them. And finally, the story can rest in peace. Ah, look at them just eating ice cream. Altogether, just kidding! That's right, because according to my Game Tune theory, this is actually canon. Because remember, during the game, Gregory makes Roxy go blind. Also in Game Tunes, Gregory gets a remodel. Like, look at this. Who the frick is this shoot? Who the frick is this shoot? Anyway, I say that Gregory unlocked both endings because if FNAF ruined, the Pizzaplex does look like it's burned down. And how does a Pizzaplex get in that decoration if they haven't unlocked the Springtrap ending? Anyways, during the time that Roxy was blind, the Pizzaplex was still burning down. So throughout the whole game, the whole thing, Roxy apparently decides to nab Cassidy. Or what was about to become Cassidy. After finding an alive endoskeleton, Roxy decided to just make it look like a Cassie. And decided to make friends with Gregory and get this whole thing started. And now we reach the full game. Cassidy reaches to the Pizzaplex, which is covered in newspaper and all that junk. We can actually almost see what Cassidy looks like. Yeah, I gotta admit. It's way more different than the entrance. Anyways. Throughout this adventure, we could see ruined versions of Chica, Roxy, Monty, and Freddy. There's also this thing called the Vandy Network, which has the security things to shake like Bonnie. We even see signs of Bonnie. Anyways. Yeah, for her to work the mask shaped like Vandy, the network thingies have to be closing for her to either equip or de-equip the mask. Just like that. And she'll be safe. Till eventually when she makes it to FNAF 6 again. Wow. Sure, most of you have played this game, but just for the case, I'll show you a clip. We basically discovered that Roxy is trying to show Cassie that she remembers her. As Cassie did the ultimate thing and decided to shut down her own creator. Cassie then discovers this creature called... But then as we all see... The Mimic gets apparently grabbed by Roxy, who tells Cassie to run. Where she hears voices from the real Gregory. Cassie must follow Gregory's directions in order to get out of there, otherwise the Mimic will kill her. But then Gregory tells Cassie the truth about the Mimic, and then...
He dropped me down the fucking elevator shaft!
Where apparently we now discover from Roxy I believe that Game Tune's theory is canon. And then that, pretty much, she's a robot. Like Gregory. Yeah. But Gregory then soon gets to her. And now she becomes a good guy. Now then, as for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 VR2, I don't know if it would become canon to the story, but if it is, I'll probably either make a YouTube short or video about that. But anyway, guys, that's the FNAF story complete! Thank you all for watching! Happy million subscriber Game Tunes! Thank you for watching all 3 parts. And now you also die! Okay, I'm all done. Dang it. Now to continue on my new anime. What the fuck are you all still doing here? Get out of here! Get, go!